Um, Thank you very much. Dr. Olusola Ayoola is my name, the founder and CEO, Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Nigeria, RAIN. What I do is I lead RAIN in training and certifying Nigerians in the area of robotics and AI for 12 months. Every trainee gets to do about 6 projects before they finish the program and they get certified. But beyond that, we also support businesses, in transforming their mode of operation and also probably breaking into new areas of the market. What is really intriguing in my mind as far as AI in the world is concerned is AI is not there yet until it affects the life of positively, the life of the young Nigerians, the young people in the world, the people who are easily forgotten, the poor. And if you look at that a bit, you will find out that food is the most basic need for man. What are they going to eat tomorrow? Just this morning, I was reading the news and I read how the Lagos State government shut down a particular supermarket due to the fact that they were selling expired products. And then the question is, prior to the expiration of those products, why didn't they just give it out at lower prices? Is it because we don't have that data? And some people are lavishing in poverty and hunger because they cannot afford the prices of these things. Who is going to lose at the end of the day? Humans are going to lose, businesses are going to lose. How can we use AI to bridge that gap? As I said, regularly students are training and doing projects, and we've got people working on several aspects of AI for social good. And so I'm glad to be on this panel. Thank you.
Dr. Let's hear from you because I think it's a nice segment to talk about.
Yeah, thank you very much, Yvonne. When it comes to education, do I be on the side of the young ones or do I be on the side of the entrepreneurs who want standard knowledge transfer? Well, I'm going to talk, but please, we listen. All right, you want to judge? Okay. For me, I have never cheated in any examination. I'm serious. It was so bad that in one of my exams, my eraser fell on the floor and I didn't notice. Then someone was tapping me at the back to pick my eraser and I was like, please, I'm in an exam. Then the person was like, your eraser. I was like, oh, sorry. I thought they were asking for the answer. But the truth is this: how can we move away from the way examiners grade our knowledge transfer? I'm thinking of that. Like, we need to transform away from that. From first class and 90 over 100 and so on. Let's do it in a way that would actually grade our knowledge and our capacity. Because I'm tired of university graduates who have first class but cannot solve problems, who come out with grades but have never even used. Imagine someone studying computer science and has never even written a code. It's saddening. So I'm thinking, let's use AI to do this one. So I'll talk about that before I talk about how we can even make sure everyone learns AI easily. Now, imagine we adopt the method of some technical colleges abroad where you get an exam or an assignment, you'd submit. When you submit and you score 5 questions correctly out of 10, they give back your paper to you. You would now go and correct the errors. In fact, the lecturer will put his comments on the things you have missed out. You will go back and fix it and bring it back again. But now the grades you will get will be a bit reduced. The idea is that everybody must come out with the knowledge. It's not about grading. What should we do to those who scored 2-2? Those who scored third class? Should we say they cannot support us in the industry? No. It just means they needed extra explanation. And with that extra explanation, they can come out better. But with the method of let my people go, it's not going to work. So with AI, I believe that educational data from the universities, polytechnics, and colleges should be digitized. What did the students score? Which questions did he or she miss? So that when they revisit it, we can be sure they have learned. So that it's almost like a personalized learning for everyone in the university. We don't always have to be in the same class. We don't always have to be in 200 level together and then move to 300 level together. If there are some questions I couldn't answer in 100 level, I should still be having those exams to sit until I get it. That way, when someone comes out with a degree, you know the person has gone through every possible knowledge transfer. Now, if you talk about how we can get AI knowledge to the people, the first thing I always advocate for is standardization of our curriculum. I'm talking about not necessarily university colleges and colleges now, even non-academic facilities like RAIN, for instance, and several other IT centers that train. How can we agree on our curriculum, on our scope? what does it mean to become an AI developer? What do you need to learn? Do you need to focus only on Python and machine learning? Do you need to learn web development and database management as well? And to what extent? There should be that standard Lagos State curriculum for AI knowledge, so that when people on their own choose to learn, they can come out scoring themselves high on several of these. But there should be a standardization of the exams and certifications to get. Even though RAIN offers certification, for example, I know there are so many others. Some people even come with Udemy certificates. So the point is, how do you validate people's knowledge? You go to Canada today, you want to work as an engineer, they will test you. It doesn't matter whether you have a PhD, they will give you their basic test. If you don't know it, you go back and study it in their own centers. So the point is, we need to make sure everybody in this room, who clearly is an AI enthusiast, learns to a particular curriculum. Because when people reach out to me and say, I can't afford a training, but I want to train myself, what should I know? I might give you from my own perspective, but we need perspective from those in the healthcare sector. If you're a medical person and you want to practice AI in medicine, what does the healthcare experts in AI expect you to know? So we need to aggregate all of these expectations and build a curriculum for Lagos State that the rest of the world can follow. Thank you. When it comes to data, when anybody says to you, oh, business people have ideas, great ideas, and data is really the challenge. And then they say to some of us, how can I get this data? The first thing we say is, wow, the country is not fully digitized yet. So there is not enough digital format of data. But then, to be honest with you, foreign organizations like Google have our data. While we are talking about whether food is expired somewhere or not, somebody in that organization has already chatted with Madam, so and so is about to expire. Leave it there, Joe. That's already data because it's in the format that we need. But the problem is we don't own the platform. When you don't own the platform, you cannot dictate the policies. I see, it's a big problem because when it comes to owning the platform again, people might say, you can't compete with Google now. Are you going to tell me that you build within Lagos another Google? The answer is no. We're not trying to do that. But do you know that when it comes to VPN, that Toye Sakarele was talking about, whatever you do on your phone, the moment that VPN is on your phone, the VPN server already knows because you are doing everything through that VPN server. So when you browse on Google, the VPN is the one that receives what you want to do and helps you to do it and gives you the feedback. So what that means is that we can, as a state, Lagos State, own a particular service that must sit on every phone. Now we can't force everybody because someone can come from Zamfara State with his own mobile phone. But maybe when you have that particular service on your phone, you will get some discount. If MTN and Co, Glo and others are willing to support the government, then it means that once you have that service running, maybe you get a bit of data, an extra data every month. But with that service, while you are relying on Google for your location and you are relying on OpenAI for and then of course, we must all agree because data privacy is a big challenge. We must all agree on the policy to make sure that everybody's data is protected. There is that trust issue, you know that, right? But how about we move this away from government's hands? Maybe not the government should manage this. Maybe it should be a group of people in this room. If it's some of us in this room now, you might not buy into it. But if it is 4 techies, 4 young people that build it, who all go that, okay, they don't mean any harm, right? So I think we need to adopt that, and that's a challenge to the people in the room anyway. What can you build that will make everybody use your platform while we are using the global platform, so you can be the source of data that we need? Because someone is sick, goes to the hospital, Google knows. Before he goes to the hospital, he chats about it on OpenAI, on ChatGPT. OpenAI knows. He Googles the problem. They know. So if they know all of these things that we don't know, we are at loss. So the challenge is up to us now. I'm just going to tell you that the truth is, anything on the internet, people have access to it. I mean, we can all sign that we would never check this data. But the moment it becomes an issue of national security, we may have to. And that is just the truth. So WhatsApp says end-to-end, yes. But at any point, if you can have access to your data, then they too can have access to your data if they need to. And some organizations in the US, for example, have a policy that AI scans every communication, videos, pictures, chats, and they have keywords they are looking out for. Once it sounds dangerous, they actually block it and they can report your account. So the fact is that we can allow some to level freedom of speech, but national security still becomes an issue. What we just need is a board of trustees, just like in OpenAI, that cannot be controlled. people who are respected from the academia, industry, and so on. You remember how they wanted to even fire the owner of the CEO of OpenAI to tell you how powerful the board of trustees can be. Once you have people who have dignity, integrity at the helm, then we can be sure that they will never divulge your data unless it's a matter of national security.
Oh, pictures.